you can see two very similar frames. Both are flat frames with 90mm wheels. On the left you see the FR ones with 273mm frame, and on the right there are Power Slide Next with Ego SL 275mm. But here is the key difference. All four wheels are rolling on FRs, and only two wheels are rolling on Ego SLs. Needless to say that these differences will result in completely different riding experience. As you can see, the Ego SLs are super maneuverable, while the FR1s are way more stable and provide way more control on crossovers, on turns, and on maintaining high speed.
Lift your skates for the turns.
So if I plan to go and ride some flatland, this is the preferred setup for me. The wheels have to be rocker because it gives you that maneuverability and that edge to make your flat days fun. And if you want to learn some slalom tricks, rockered skates are basically necessary for doing that. However, every time I get on my big wheel skates, I will go for bigger speeds, I'll make some drops, try to jump some gaps, ride down the stairs, and this is where the flat setup is way more better than the rockered one, at least for me. Now that does not mean that you cannot skate on rocker skates through the city. It can actually be pretty fun as well, but I simply feel more control when I ride trails for fitness or when I ride fast in the city. For example, last year in Copenhagen, when I went to a skate park and tried rolling on mini ramp, I had a really hard time with the rocker setup down there. And it might be hard to tell when you look at this footage, but actually I was completely not in control, just trying to stay on a straight line, and it was really hard. Now, if you are in the market for slalom frames, you're lucky because nowadays there are so many rocker frames. As example, these katanas. They have special bolts which you can put into two different directions, and then you can rocker your wheels. As you can see, these two wheels are lower, this one is high, and this is low as well. So you can come up with all the different combinations that you like. Now, if you don't want to buy new frames, maybe because you cannot afford or you just simply don't want to do that, you can rotate the wheels on your flat frame. Because let's be honest, majority of the basic inline skating frames come flat, but you can still make them rocker. I hope you already know that you need to rotate your wheels from time to time to prolong their lifetime and not to wear them on one side only. So depending on how you rotate those wheels, you can keep your frames flat or rocker. In order to make a rocker setup, I normally just take front wheel from the right side and transfer it to the left side, and the one from the left side to the right side, and I do the same with all four wheels. This guarantees that the front and rear wheels wear more than the middle ones, and after a couple of these rotations you will have a rocker setup for yourself. In order to keep the flames flat, Flames thread. I take outer wheels and put them in the middle here, and I do the same with the other skate. Keep the fresh side on the inner side of the boot, so now I will be wearing this one. Alright guys, I hope that makes sense, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. I always reply to the comments, please try to. And I hope to see you in the next week's video. See you guys!